Hi guys, so I wanted to do my bracket. The playoff, NHL playoff is starting tonight. NHL. Alright, so I wanted to do my prediction of all the playoff. And let's get into it. At the end, if you guys want to give me your prediction, like and subscribe, and let's get to this video. Florida Capitals. Like Ovechkin, I think this is the last go for them, probably. I think for a Stanley Cup, I think that it's going to be really hard for Florida to win their first series since 1996. But I think they do it. I think Florida does it. And let's see, let's put Florida here. And I put 4-2. I think it's not going to be easy. But I think they still win it. Toronto, Tampa Bay, this one's going to be really hard. It's really hard to predict this one because it can go any way. If Toronto wins, they go really dark, far in this playoff. If Tampa Bay wins, they win 3. They can go for a third Stanley Cup, and that's the dynasty, right? So they want to be the first dynasty since I think it's Detroit or no, Chicago. Chicago was kind of a dynasty. So I think Toronto doesn't make it. I think Tampa Bay makes it, but I think it's a 4-3 again. I think they lost in 7 games again. Oh, not 7 here. I think they lose in 7 games. And I know Leafs not going to like this, but they have to prove it. I mean, like, Austin Matthews has to show up. Marner has to show up. But it's still going to be hard because they're against a bigger team than Montreal last year. So that's what I think. Carolina, Boston. Even if I think Boston might surprise a lot of teams, I don't think they will this time. I think that it's actually going to go to 4-1. And I think, oh, not Boston, sorry. What am I doing? Carolina is a little bit too strong now. Rangers, Pittsburgh. I think here there's going to be a surprise. I know that Shesterkin, the goalie, is really good, but I think that in the playoff he's going to have to prove it. And I don't think he will. And I think they're going to lose 4-2. And I think this is what the series is going to be. In the West, in the first round, you got Colorado, Nashville. You got Makar against Rossi. You got Duchesne and Forsberg against Rantanen, Landeskog, and McKinnon. I think Colorado's a little bit too strong for them. I think they beat them in... Oh, fuck. Come on. I think they beat them in 5. Minnesota, St. Louis. I know St. Louis has really a lot of experience. They're really hard to beat. I think that Minnesota should beat them, but in 7. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think Kaprizov is going to be hard to pass. Calgary, Dallas. This one, Dallas has good, like Pavelski's a good playoff performer. You got Sagan, and you don't have Ben anymore. I think that you got Radulov, but Calgary, they have Goudreau, Lindholm, Kachuk, and they have a better goalie in net. I think Calgary beats them in a gentleman sweep, 4-1. Others and LA, and it's going to be hard to beat LA, I think, in this one. But I think Edmonton wins, but I think it's going to be in 7. I think they're going to have really a lot of trouble with LA. So I think that, there you go. So let's get in the East. You got Florida against Tampa Bay. You got really good series, right? You got Tampa Bay against Florida. You got Florida matchup. You got Edmonton, the Battle of Alberta. And then you got Carolina against Pittsburgh. And then you got Colorado against Minnesota. Florida against Tampa Bay. This one's going to be really hard. I believe that this is probably the biggest matchup for Tampa Bay. But I still think Tampa Bay will beat them, and I think they'll beat them in 6. Carolina and for Florida, they passed the first round the first time. So even if they lose, I think they still win with this. They're up in next year. They'll be higher, right? Carolina, Pittsburgh. I think that this one's going to be really hard to predict. It's hard to bet against Crosby in the playoff, but it's the goalie. Jarry against Anderson. I don't see it. I just think that I'm going to take Pittsburgh, but in 7. It's going to be a really tight series, I think. Colorado against Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota is too much strong enough for Colorado. I think the only team can beat Colorado is Colorado. So I think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep there too. And it's going to be 4-1. I think Colorado will go forward. This one's really hard. The Battle of Alberta, you got Gaudreau, like I said, Lennon, Tkachuk against Draisaitl, McDavid, and who else? You got Inverted Kane maybe. And then defense, you have Barry and all that. And for Calgary, you have like Hanifin, Anderson. I think it's going to be really in the depth because goalie-wise, you got Mike Smith against Markstrom. I think Markstrom's better. But I think that Calgary will beat Edmonton in about the Battle of Alberta. And I think it's going to be 4-3. Semi-final, conference final, you got Tampa Bay versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's trying to go back there. Tampa Bay is trying to repeat 3 times. Pittsburgh was the 2016 and 17, and 2020-21 is Tampa Bay. So this one's going to be really hard, but I think that Tampa Bay beats Pittsburgh in 6. I think Tampa Bay goes back. And then you got Colorado versus Calgary. You got McKinnon, Landeskog, and Rantanen against Gaudreau. And I think that it all goes down with the goalie. You got Kemper against Markstrom. And I think that actually you got Colorado against Tampa Bay. And this one's going to be really hard. I don't think that Tampa Bay will repeat, but they're going to lose in 7. I think it's going to go in 7, and I think that Colorado is going to be, it's their turn, I think. But let me know in the comments below, like and subscribe, and let me know what your picks, and I'll see you soon. See you guys.